Have you ever wondered why the price of your favorite coffee keeps rising? This is the magic, or perhaps the curse, of inflation at work. Let's demystify it, shall we? Inflation, in layman's terms, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. Now imagine a seesaw. As the prices go up, your purchasing power goes down. It's a balance of sorts. Think of it like this. If last year you could buy a delicious apple for $1, but this year, that same apple costs $1.10, that increases inflation. It's the invisible force that makes sure that your dollar today won't buy quite as much tomorrow. It's a constant, a subtle and silent change that affects us all. So when you notice that your weekly grocery bill is steadily increasing, that's inflation nibbling away at your wallet. But what's going on with inflation right now? That's the question on everyone's mind. In recent times, we've witnessed a significant surge in inflation rates across the globe. A multitude of factors are fueling this rise. One key driver is supply chain disruptions, which have caused a ripple effect, increasing the cost of goods and services. For instance, a cup of coffee that once cost $2 might now set you back $3. Another major contributor is escalated government spending. To combat the effects of the pandemic, governments worldwide pumped trillions of dollars into their economies. While this provided temporary relief, it also led to an increased money supply, which in turn has pushed inflation upwards. Sadly, this isn't just a game of numbers. Real people are feeling the pinch as their purchasing power dwindles, making it harder to keep up with the cost of living. Inflation, it seems, has taken a front seat in the global economic theater. So, how does this affect you and me? Well, imagine waking up one day to find that your regular grocery bill has doubled, or that the cost of filling your car's gas tank has skyrocketed. This is the harsh reality that inflation can bring. Inflation nibbles away at the purchasing power of your hard-earned money. As prices increase, the same amount of money buys you less and less. So you feel the pinch when you're at the supermarket, and the price of milk, eggs, and bread has suddenly gone up. Or when you're looking for a new place to live and the rent prices seem to have shot up overnight. Inflation doesn't just impact your day-to-day life, it can affect your long-term plans too. Saving for a down payment on a house or planning your retirement becomes a moving target as prices continue to rise. Inflation then isn't just an economic term, it's a reality that hits home. But what can the government do about inflation? Well, governments have a few tools in their arsenal to tackle inflation. One of the most common is adjusting monetary policy. This strategy involves manipulating the money supply, often through interest rates. When inflation is high, central banks can raise interest rates, which typically reduces spending and slows down the economy, which in turn reduces inflation. Another measure that can be taken is fiscal policy adjustments. Through fiscal policy, the government can either increase taxes or reduce spending to cool down an overheated economy. By doing so, the government can help reduce demand for goods and services, which can help alleviate inflation pressures. It's also worth mentioning supply-side policies, such as deregulation and investment in infrastructure, which can help increase production capacity and reduce inflation in the long term. So the government indeed has tools to rein in inflation, but as with all economic phenomena, it's a delicate balancing act. As we've learned, inflation is more than just rising prices. It's a complex economic phenomenon that sees the value of currency drop while the cost of goods and services escalates. Today, we're witnessing this in real time, as everything from your morning bagel to your monthly rent check gets more expensive. The impacts are felt by everyone, but particularly those on fixed incomes or with tight budgets. It's a daily struggle, a constant recalibration of needs and wants based on the ever-changing price tags. Government responses to inflation are varied and complex. They can involve tightening monetary policy, increasing interest rates, or even implementing wage and price controls. It's a delicate balancing act, trying to rein in inflation without causing a recession. So, the next time you're sipping that increasingly pricey coffee, remember, you're tasting the bittersweet reality of inflation. It's a reminder of the intricate dance of economics that shapes our daily lives and the importance of understanding it.